Shemai everyone, it's JonnyVR here with another Time Lord Victorious review, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing Genetics of the Daleks, which is the 5th contribution of Big Finish and a prequel to the escape room called A Dalek Awakens. Don't forget, if you want to give Time Lord Victorious a go, check out my Time Lord Victorious playlist where I go through each product and the cheapest way of experiencing the story. Stay tuned for more Time Lord Victorious reviews and check out our gaming channel at youtube.com/skybotgaming where I'll be playing the Time Lord Victorious update for The Edge of Time. As always, the first part of this review will be spoiler free, then I'll give you notice when I'm going to go into spoiler territory, because if you've listened to this audio drama and you want to talk about it, let's have a discussion in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just beware of potential spoilers when making a comment, so maybe put a spoiler alert on your comment to let others know. On to the spoiler free part of the review. The episode comes in at 1 hour and 6 minutes long, so it's a good long length episode, with 12 minutes of interviews but no music suite. They use this length to good effect in that they don't rush the introduction of the new set of characters. As they're established and developed, the crew are all sort of suspicious of each other, and many of them have something to hide, leading to conflicts and a mystery to be solved. This story is definitely going for more scares in a horror style. For example, the story has some creepy dialogue, intense moments, and even some good use of sound to create the effect of gross out horror. It clearly takes inspiration from aspects of the movie Alien. The story in itself is a good story that brings twists and surprises all together in a classic Dalek story. I particularly like the use of some classic sci-fi sounds, again suiting the Tom Baker era. Tom Baker brings all of his charm to the story. He's a delight to listen to. His dialogue is brilliant. I particularly like how the episode is more in the style of modern era Doctor Who, with this classic Doctor being a longer episode instead of a set of short 25-minute episodes. Also, Nick Briggs brings another set of Dalek voices that will be sure to entertain. The connection to both the Hollow Planet and to Time Lord Victorious are actually quite brief. I haven't had a chance to go to the live escape room, but I expect it will be the same, as you can see how it connects to that. I see these 3 items as a loose trilogy that very loosely connects to Time Lord Victorious. Overall, this story is best experienced standalone, but if you've done the other escape rooms, it will add to the experience, forming a loose trilogy. There's a lot to enjoy in this horror-focused story with plenty of shocks. Tom Baker is brilliant and you will enjoy everything he brings to this episode, as well as the classic Dalek story. However, the Time Lord Victorious connection is small. I'm now going to move into spoiler territory, so here is your spoiler warning. As Tom Baker arrives on the scene, I like how he recognises the TARDIS has brought him here by itself, something that we've seen the TARDIS do during the Time Lord Victorious narrative. I think the reason why this episode is called Genetics of the Daleks is well explained, as the Daleks here inject their own cells into the people on the ship. Part of the body horror that I thought was super effective was when the Dalek does this and makes more mutants out of the people in cryostasis. They are stated to be octopus-like, whereas it's easy to see that they are also part human, made more real by the use of slimy, wet sound effects. At one point they kill by putting their tentacles into someone's throat, even more horrific as they even converted the children into the mutants. I feel really bad for Finley in this episode, as he's ordered to cut power to the cryopods to save the ship, but that would kill the passengers, including his own family. It's one of the more intense moments of the episode. I also thought that it was really sad that Finley was killed immediately after saying goodbye to the Doctor, and the Doctor is unaware of this, as the Dalek survives clearly lead into the escape room. This episode is clearly inspired by the movie Alien. It's easy to see from the spaceship setting and horror aspects, and even Big Finish's promotion of this episode, so I don't think it's a coincidence that the captain takes the Dalek mutants with her out of the airlock. The connection to the Hollow Planet is clear when the Dalek states that it has encountered future incarnations of the Doctor, and the link to Time Lord Victorious is that the Dalek wants to stop the Doctor from becoming the Time Lord Victorious through meeting this earlier incarnation. It's a great moment when the Dalek is telling this carefree Doctor that he will become a warrior and everything he despises, but in comparison to the rest of the episode, it is fairly brief. Overall, I really enjoyed the story, but I do think that the connection to Time Lord Victorious is a little too brief. So there we are, that's my review of Genetics of the Daleks. Let me know what you thought of this installment of Time Lord Victorious. Feel free to post comments about the story, but beware there may be spoilers there, so perhaps put a spoiler warning on your comment if you're going to talk about the actual story. Stay tuned for more Time Lord Victorious reviews, and if you haven't already, check out my Time Lord Victorious playlist, where I go through each of the products and the cheapest way to experience the story. If you want to support our channel, you can do so by going to coffee.com/skybotfilm, or you can tip us the price of a coffee, which we'll use to get better equipment and make better videos for the channel. So with all that said and done, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!